kick it off.
Snap it.
I'll be the snap representative of the group.
Yeah, snap the bushy. The bushies.
I was gonna go dry that Nashville trip with Schuster.
That had to get you.
That wasn't dry.
No, 30 bars we had. We hit over the course of I don't know, 2.5 days. Yeah.
So
we didn't
many
hang
bars.
out at one. I mean, we moved around, of course, but it was cool. Wearing Riley Green duck blind hat.
Yep.
From his place there. It's pretty cool. Just small.
What was your go-to? Was your favorite one? Did you go Snoop?
Went to Snoop. It was later in the evening. It was, well, I shouldn't say it was 7 o'clock, but we'd been going since 10
It was late to
a.m.
you. It was late to you.
It was late to us,
Yeah.
and it was packed in there.
Yeah.
So we just went in, checked it out, went down the road, went to Barstool, and ended it the day at Barstool. But we were at John Bon Jovi's for probably 2 hours. We had there's a band that Darcy likes called the Huffer Brothers. And I said, the Keefer Brothers? No, the Huffer Brothers, big hunters, and we saw them last time we were down at NWTF, and she follows them, and we found out where they're going to be, and it was fun, man.
Nice.
Yeah, we
Did
got
you get a tattaoo at JBJ's? You can go upstairs and get a tattoo.
Yeah, you can get one up there?
Yeah.
Oh, this girl, this is a funny story. They have that bull in the kind of the back corner. Well, I went back to the bathroom and I was walking back, and she had one of the management, and she was just pointing the finger, yelling at him. He's so immature, and she has like her nail is ripped off. She has blood coming from her finger. And he left, and I said, what happened? That asshole running the bull threw me off in 5 seconds. She said, I have a bull at my house. I'm a good rider. Ripped my fingernail off. I just started laughing and left. I'm like, that's only in Nashville. Yeah. You get people that come with a bull at their house. They ride.
A real bull.
She's like, I'm a good rider. And he was an asshole, and he kicked me off on purpose. And
Isn't that what he's supposed to do?
Yeah. I guess,
Isn't that the purpose?
I milked the cows this morning. We don't have cows. We have a bull.
It's a bull. Brother Hezekiah.
So it was good. I mean, you guys were there, a month ago or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
I was
good.
there damn near back to back.
Yeah, you
That's
were.
hard to handle.
Oh my God. Well, you stayed. Well, we're in Music Row, which I'd never been to before.
Yeah.
A lot of cool places around there. And then we did eat one night at the Detroit Cowboy, Kid Rock's place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool setup, man.
So I didn't get
Really
to go
cool.
because it wasn't open yet.
Yeah,
it
wasn't.
opened right when we left.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
when we left. We were going to go, but it wasn't open yet.
Yeah. It was
Pretty cool.
It was sweet.
Cool joint.
It was just shout out to Detroit all over inside.
That's awesome.
Deer, mounts, and just cool decor, and they bring out we ordered this blackened pork chop. It was so good, and it's pricey there. I mean, good steaks like $90.
Yeah.
So they bring out and they open this like case, and they hand you your knife, and they're heavy. They're like a high-end buck knife is what they are. And I wanted to steal it. I really did, but I know they keep track of that stuff.
Oh yeah, they definitely do.
But it was cool. It was that was the last night we had dinner there. So yeah, it was cool.
And
Bob
Detroit,
Ritchie.
Detroit Cowboy, like what a brand.
What a great
right?
name.
I mean,
Yeah.
nailed it.
I'd like to go hunting with Kid Rock just one time. That would be fun.
Well, it'd be phenomenal.
It'd be
Get
amazing.
a little kid on a hunt. Like, would it be like a whitetail hunt or like an elk hunt or?
I'd probably like
kid to
Alaska
Alaska?
would be amazing. Alaska, like get him up there and like take him out to the wild would be incredible. I would end up on something that would just be like, I mean, I'd end up with the whole routine would come out.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'd be
Would that
way
be your
into-
celly after you
Oh,
killed?
100%. Just like, my name is, and I just like, I would get so into it. God, I love that song.
Yeah.
I got that song on DVD when you had to order them, like when they came like in the box, like when you get like Wow, like Wow 73, like there's all those different ones. I ordered that first album, and it was such a college staple. Like that whole album was, oh my God.
God, he's been around
so
for a
many
while,
memories.
Man. Looking at those old pictures, it's like you forget when he came out. He was just like a rapper,
He was
like a
rock
white
star rapper, man.
And it was funny. I swear I don't remember who told me this now. One of my guy who I knew a long time ago. This was 15 years ago. He said he was in Las Vegas, and he was sitting at the bar, and this lone dude with a white dude with a cowboy hat on with all this rap stuff and this jewelry was sitting at the table or at the bar next to him, and he just chit-chatting. And he says, yeah, I'm just trying to, this is in Vegas, just playing a show down here, just starting, just trying to get things going. And he says, hey, what's your name? He's like, Kid Rock. And he's like, this guy's never going to make it. He's like,
and then he becomes
what's he doing?
A global phenomenon that he is.
You know what changed it for me with him was when I saw him live.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like you think about when Kid first came out, he went through social media wasn't anywhere near what it is now.
Right.
And so accessibility to
TRL is what he needed, what he had.
But accessibility
Daly.
to these people and who they are and their talent level in real life wasn't really there.
Yeah.
And I went and saw him live the first time, and literally I was blown away.
Yeah.
I mean, he sang, he played guitar, he played drums, he played piano, every instrument on the stage, and not like.
Yeah.
He was
He got
doing
after
it.
it.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, this guy's got talent.
Yeah.
So that changed my.
He is one of the best live concerts. I mean, I think I've seen him probably 8 or 10 times. Every time he comes to Michigan, whether it's Detroit or I saw him up north one time at Boyne. That was incredible because it was on the
in
ski
the winter
hill.
time.
Yeah,
That
it was
in
on
the
the
winter.
ski hill,
Yeah.
and that was just insane. And every time I see him,
Crazy
he
Days, or what they call that back then?
I can't remember
Can't remember
now.
what they called it, but yeah.
I remember Buck Cherry
Boyne
opened up for him. Remember that song?
That was
You're
good.
Crazy Bitch.
Yeah.
That one's they opened for him.
Yeah.
But he's just something else, man. And it's crazy today. Like I hear 2 beats of a Kid Rock song, and I'm like, I know exactly every word. Like I remember that, but I can't remember. Well, I probably don't remember every word because I'm not good with words. But in songs, I'm terrible at it, actually.
Lyricals.
Yeah. I get made fun of by my family all the time because I'm like, that's not the
make
words.
everything sound like Eddie Vedder over here.
Everything.
Let's go.
Yeah.
On the music subject, just real quick and random, you guys, there's a Billy Joel thing out right now.
Phenomenal.
Is it?
Phenomenal.
So good.
I just saw it real quick.
I've actually listened to Billy Joel for the last week based on the fact that I watched that documentary. No joke, I've done
cool
that.
is they released the soundtrack of the documentary.
Oh.
So you can actually go and you can get the soundtrack of the documentary, which I did. Big Billy Joel fan to begin with, but it's so cool. Never knew the story of how he wrote the song Piano Man.
Neither did I. I was fascinated.
Spoil it.
You want me to spoil it?
Oh, it's
cool.
fascinating.
So he's in a record agreement, and it's a shitty agreement, and he doesn't want to be in the agreement anymore, so he shuts it down. He's like, fuck it, I'm not going to make music. But I got to find a job, and the only thing I know how to do is make music. So he moves out to California. He gets a job at, I think it's called the Executive Lounge.
Yep, Executive
He gets
Lounge.
a job there as a piano man, but he couldn't go by Billy Joel. And so his full name is William Martin Joel, and so he went by Bill Martin. And so he went there and played music on the piano as Bill Martin.
Lounge singer.
Yeah.
Like a lounge singer.
That's what he was doing. And so that's how he wrote
So
Piano Man.
the lyrics are him observing a night playing music there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's literally Billy Joel writing a song about Bill Martin playing piano for people in a bar as a lounge singer.
All those people are real people.
Yeah.
In the
Waitresses practicing politics was his girlfriend.
at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all real. Like he talks about, it's fucking cool.
It was awesome.
When I heard it, I'm like, holy shit! Like that's one of those things you latch on to. Like I didn't know he did that. I mean, that's just a really really cool story.
I'll tell you what I did. I actually saw Billy Joel in concert when he came to Detroit last summer. I believe it was last summer. It might have been the summer before. Also, an incredible live show. Like Billy was amazing.
Is he 80 yet?
Oh,
Is he 80?
He's up there.
up there, yeah.
He was amazing in concert. Saw him at Comerica. And I mean, that place, when I turned around, we were on the floor, and I turned around and I'm just like, look at this place. But it's funny because throughout my childhood, I wasn't a Billy Joel fan. Everybody knows Piano Man. Everybody knows, Moving Out, stuff like that, like the songs. But then they'd play a song and I'd be like, really? This is Billy Joel? And the girl's like, who'd you think it was? I'm like, Huey Lewis. She's like, Huey Lewis. I'm like, isn't that Maneater or is that Uptown Girl? Like I was all confused. And I was like, this is Billy Joel. And every time the new album, I'm like, this is Billy Joel too. It's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I just couldn't believe, and the stories were amazing. And I was kind of making fun of it early on. If you listen to Billy Joel songs, he basically is right. The way he writes, it was incredible to me. It's how you and I would have a conversation, but he turns it into a song. So it's like a sentence. It's like, you know, I went up on the top of the building and but it's like he actually writes that into a song. Like the way he envisions it, all of that stuff. But and it's long. So you gotta lean in because it was like the first one's over and it's like, and that was 1973. I'm like, holy Jesus, that is
the documentary's long.
Yeah, it's two episodes, like over 2 hours each.
Oh, great.
So, but I mean, God, it was good.
It's an inside look, man. It's so cool. I think, you know, and just talking about both those guys, like those musicians, what I key in on the most is they literally just said, fuck it, I'm going to be me. And that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And look at where they are and what they've done. Some of the most influential musicians, at least in my lifetime.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's so funny that, and this just goes to show, like, as artists or musicians, you can never really be satisfied with your own work, even when people love it. And what I took away is when you hear Billy Joel talk about Piano Man, he says something to the effect of like, I really wasn't in love with the melody. Like he was kind of like here or there with it.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I played a bunch of shows and I didn't play Piano Man. And he's like, and I just got ripped.
Yeah.
Like people were like, what are you doing? You didn't even play piano. He's like, so I guess it's kind of become the staple thing. You know what I mean? Like it's become to him, like it wasn't really his best song, but to the world it is. And so it's become a thing for him that he must do.
Yeah.
And it's cool because you hear that a lot of times from musicians, especially like Garth Brooks will talk about Thunder Rolls or Friends in Low Places or stuff like that, where to him he's like, that's just another song, but the world loves it so much that for the next 5 minutes, that's what everybody does. You know what I mean? So it's just really cool.
I think creatively that's what happens though. They always say, a lot of these artists, I had no clue this was going to be as big as it was.
The one that
a lot of times, they don't know what the general public is going to like.
Well, and he's gone on to produce a classic because he's a pianist, and I didn't realize how good of a pianist he was until I watched this documentary. He's got #1 classical, worked with like the #1 and wrote and composed a classical music, which is completely different than the way he played.
Music,
so he wrote it and had one of the like #1 classic guys play it. And it's a fascinating documentary. I thought it was one of the best music documentaries I've seen in a long time.
It's the man, his mind, his craft, like everything. And he's super candid in it, which is cool.
Yeah.
Do you know who directed it, produced it? Did he have any involvement in that?
No, but I know it took over 2+ years to put together. But I don't know who did it. But I mean, the footage that they have. I don't know how they got all this footage.
That's the part that blew my mind.
Amazing.
There is footage as if it was an intentional documentary from 1970 until today.
Yeah.
Like there, even when he was Bill Martin playing in the bars, like there is this footage that you look at and you're like,
who filmed that?
Who was filming that and why?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Was Bill Martin a lounge singer?
Yeah. How does he do that?
So,
it
was cool, man. Very
That's
cool.
incredible.
So anybody out there, if you have not seen that yet, you're gonna want to watch it.
You're gonna want to watch it, no doubt.
Good.
Wherever your adventure takes you, count on Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's to make it memorable. From the timberline to the campsites to the lake and the range, get your family outfitted with the right gear. With premium brands like Worldwide Sportsman, Ascend, Instinct, Redhead, and Natural Reflections, they've got the apparel and the gear to make it the best adventure ever. Stop by today for a one-of-a-kind shopping experience in-store or online at BassPro.com and Cabela's.com. See for yourself at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's stores. Your adventure starts here. All right, let's talk about beer for a second. You ever notice there's a big difference between Busch Light drinkers and other beer drinkers? I like to say we live on the wild side. You know, a guy with a Busch Light in his hand, he's a man of the people. He's out there in the wild every day. He's in the trenches smashing bushies with a smile on his face. You know why? Because he doesn't care. He's not looking for a soulmate. He just needs something to wash that damn jerky down. And he's got himself a 12-pack of Freedom in a can. And when that can gets cracked, it's like opening a door to a whole different world. It's just a vibe. And if you haven't felt it, you should. So go grab yourself a case of bushies, give them a rip, and take a walk on the wild side. You've got things that matter. Memories, heirlooms, documents, firearms. And we all know that life is unpredictable. At Winchester Safes, they make sure life's unpredictable moments don't take those things from you. They use state-of-the-art methods that refuse to sacrifice quality. They put everything they have into their products, offering proven protection and peace of mind. There's only one safe company worthy of the title, the American Legend, and that's Winchester Safes. Follow at Winchester Safes or learn more on winchestersafes.com.
Speaking of music, so new music. I sent you guys a song, I don't know if you saw it, but Tyler Childers just came out with a new album. Mm-hmm. There's 3 songs on the album that I think are fantastic. There's like this Dirty Hot Trail song, Watch Out is one of them, and then the Bitin' song. Have you heard the Bitin' song? With which I think is one of the greatest lines ever. If I ever get rabies, you're high on the biting list. That's it.
So good.
Which is fantastic. It says, if I ever get rabies, you are high on the biting list because there's nothing I like about you.
It sounds like something I'd say on the ice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
lining up
it's
for
a
draw,
chirp.
you line up for a face-off.
Yeah.
You're like, motherfucker, if I ever get rabies, coming.
So high on the biting list. It's a chirp, and it's like, because there's nothing I like about you. Yeah. So anyway, that's a good song.
Hunter.
Yeah, Snipe Hunter is the name of the album, and it's his highest debut. But you know, Tyler's great. He's got great, and he put Nose to the Grindstone on there because he's only released a live one before. So, so there's some good songs on the album. But Zach Bryan, okay, I want to talk about this with you guys because I don't know if this guy's a lunatic or if he's actually that good. He, you know, him and Chicken Fry, the Brianna Chicken Fry, they broke up, and there was that. Do you guys know this whole debacle about this whole situation?
About
do you know about this?
Barstool flag?
Yeah,
Is that
the
what you're talking
Barstool.
about?
Did you see that?
Keep
okay.
going, yeah.
So Zach Bryan was dating Brianna Chicken Fry. Do you hear about how she basically turned down?
For a second. Her name is Chicken Fry.
Chicken Fry.
It's like Brianna It's like a long ass Italian. Yeah,
Snuffleupagus.
It's easier to say Chicken Fry. Yeah. So she's
Papa
smoke
Giorgio?
show too. Yeah, Papa Giorgio, Nick Papa Giorgio.
Name that movie. Okay.
National Lampoons.
Yep, there we go.
All
Which
right.
one?
Vegas.
Yep.
Vacation.
That's 75% of your quotes are from Middle
Yeah. So
it's a big surprise.
So long story. People listen may or may not know this. Chicken Fry's dating Zach Bryan. Zach Bryan does some bad shit. Pays her, offers her $12 million to just sign an NDA and walk away. We're done. We're breaking up. Right? You can have this house. Here's $12 million. They're just dating. She says no. So she turns down the money, goes on Barstool, has a whole conversation, tells everybody about it, turns into a big blow up. They end up writing a song about him at Barstool. Dave Portnoy jumps on board. He starts going at Zach Bryan. It's this whole big thing, and it kind of has calmed down, right? So it was a huge deal for a little bit of time. Calms down. All of a sudden, like every time Zach Bryan gets like shit hammered, he starts like putting stuff on Instagram, and he just goes at Chicken Fry again. So this one, he put the Bitin' List song where like if I ever get rabies, takes a Barstool flag, lights it on fire, and hits a golf ball off of it. Like for absolutely no reason. So that happened. And then he did like 10 other ones where he just kept putting that song over and over and over and over and over again. And then she posted like, I think it's time for a restraining order. So
I did see that.
Like that's just wild, man. Like what's he doing?
He needs to just settle down.
I mean, he's such a good songwriter. Just sing your fucking songs, man.
Yeah, he started making some mistakes. Like I liked him. I still like his music. I liked him a lot more when he just did his thing. I think was super appreciative.
Yep.
But he just sold his album, his music album that he's written up to this point, nothing in the future, for $350 million.
His catalog?
Yeah.
$350 million.
Yeah, there's so much to look at with some guys like that. Like, is he going crazy? Imagine the pressure on that guy.
I can't imagine.
Like, look at his life for the last, I don't know, when did he get really, really big? 3-4 years ago? 5 years ago?
It was it was 2022, the fall.
Okay. So look at that dude's life since 2022. The amount of pressure and shit that he's probably had thrown at him in such a short period of time.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, and he's working his ass off too.
Yeah,
the amount of music that
Yeah.
he's created and produced, and you know, the crazy part is he was just a dude like 4 years ago. But if we dissected Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, all these guys, come on, man.
This is where great music comes from.
Yeah.
This is where great art
comes
from.
Torment.
The rise and the fall, and the
that
recovery,
shit,
and
that's where it comes from, man. Because they're in a state of mind, and when you're creating and you're in that world, like that's
Yep.
That's your lens. That's your viewpoint. That's everything.
It's almost forced. I think they almost force it sometimes because they need it. They need the
Well,
story.
his last
That's where
album,
good shit
he was with her, and he wrote "How Lucky Are We" and "Pink Skies,"
Yep.
and all that stuff was with her about certain things that happened in that time. So music come from. I don't discount him as a songwriter. I don't discount him because I listen to him literally like just about every day. He's on every playlist that I have. But the more I read about this guy, the more as a human being, I'm just like, oh, he is now there's other country stars jumping on. Like that Gavin Adcock jumped on and it's just like, why do people like you? And I guess some girl said after the show, like, I waited 3 hours and I couldn't, for the signing.
It was at MetLife or wherever he played.
Yeah, and he wrote back, you're not entitled to a sign or a hello. And stuff like, why? She was 13 years old. Like, what?
Yeah,
like,
why do you even have
engage?
to say it?
So I think as a person, he's losing it a little bit. But I don't discount him as a songwriter, but whatever, I don't know the details, so I can't speak on either side on how that works. Obviously I feel bad for both of them, but the more I see him in person and the way he is on social media, I'm like, okay, there's probably something to this nutball, but God, his music's damn good, so there's nothing I can say about that.
The more famous you get to, the more headlights, the more people, they say something about you and they're in the headlines. I mean, it just gives you a voice,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He seems like he can't stay out of it though. Like he stopped Twitter like 6 times because he would tweet something and then people would be like, oh my, it's just way off the wall, stupid shit, going at different people for no reason. But anyway, I just didn't know if you guys heard that.
All new to me. But
All to come back around to say that he put the biting song on the middle of that, which is if I got rabies, you're high on the biting list, which is hysterical. That's a great chirp.
They'll be together in a year.
That's wild.
Come on.
Yeah, it's all for
Be honest.
Literally, hey, let's hate each other for a year, make a whole shitload of money, and then we'll get back to
Yeah.
Well, that's what they do in Hollywood. Let's get married and get famous and together, and then we'll get divorced and move on.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. So,
Actually, pretty good natural segue. The biting list and rabies.
oh boy, this could go many directions.
Okay.
No, this is wildly random. So I was driving around the other day. I had one of the boys with me. I was driving around. There was a guy had smoked a deer on the side of the road, and Gunner asked me if we could stop and get the deer and use it for food, for meat.
That's good.
And I was like, actually, I don't know if you could do that. Can you do that in Michigan?
Yeah.
You got to get a
Like
claim
get a
tag.
salvage tag.
roadkill salvage.
You can get a
deal?
salvage tag.
I truly didn't know. I was like, damn, I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to ask around and see if that's actually doable.
You can call the DNR and get a salvage tag. And I only know that because someone hit a deer on my road and I was basically driving and it was on the side and it was bad shape.
Yeah.
I called the police officer and ended up being one that we know.
Yep.
And he was like, is it bad enough? Can you put it down? And I was like, yeah, because I had the means to put it down. Sure. It was kind of like, I mean, go ahead. I'm like, well, can I take it? He was like, yeah, I just have to write a tag. And then a couple minutes later, he showed up, and I did. It was a little fawn. Yeah, it was like a doe or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, this was like years ago, but it was. You can do it. They can write you a tag for it.
Yeah, I know in Alaska, obviously they do it there with like moose and stuff like that because you're talking hundreds of pounds of meat. I just didn't know if we could do it here in Michigan.
Yeah.
The next question would be, would you ever actually do it?
Yeah.
Like if you didn't hit the deer, would
That's
you be
the thing.
rolling down the highway and just be like, oh, look at that?
The deer was fresh.
You'd have to know.
The deer was fresh.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I was like, I mean, I put the deer, so it wasn't like I came up and it would have been laying there.
Yeah.
Chances are I'm not doing that.
See, that's where that would be the next thing is if I hit it, I'd probably do it. But if I wasn't the hitter, I don't know that I'd go for it.
No.
I don't know about that.
I have a freezer full of venison at this point. If I was,
If you were roadkill destitute, that's
See,
different.
I got nothing. I'm out.
I got plenty.
I'm out.
there you go.
So.
Get the boys on it.
I'll go back. Is it still there?
No, his belly. His
belly's a little full right now.
He was a little hot that day, and he was moments from bursting. So you guys know how that goes. Yeah. But
no thanks.
it was so random. I figured you said bite and rabies. I'm like, damn, that reminds me of that roadkill.
Remember that roadkill we had one day. So I went to Detroit last weekend. Saw our buddy Lang, which you know how that goes. Just I don't remember Thursday or Friday or Saturday, but we went to a speakeasy, and it was a pretty cool little joint. I love speakeasies. I love like that vibe. This place was in Macomb County in Detroit, and it was a travel agency front. So the whole thing was fake travel agency. Okay. And so you had to call, and they gave you a code, And so when you go up to the door, I mean, it says like Mexico, Madrid. It looks just like a travel agent, except there's a lock on the door. Yeah. So you hit a button and a lady gets up. She's sitting right there looking right at you. But unless you have the code, you can't get in. So you say the password. They let you in. They say, so where are you traveling today? And you give them the password. Then they open the door and they said, please embark on your journey. We went down this hall. You push a button and a man slides open the thing. And he's like, what's the password? And
tell me your password was New England Clam.
No, but do you know how many times I said it? Like every 6 seconds because I was buzzed up and I was going, the red or the white? Is it the red or the white? I can never remember that. Damn it. So no, I said it like 10 times because I was a little buzzed up. But no, ours was like Havana or something. And it was like, and the guy was like, welcome. And he opens the door and there's just a quarter of the size of this room. Yeah. Badass little speakeasy inside there, and they were only letting in enough for whatever table was there. So you had to like basically they had it all planned out. We got there at a decent time, and then by the 10 o'clock, man, that place was jammed in there, and it was just like all basically Prohibition era imagery of like it reminded me when we went to Maine and we chased down the guy there.
Dutch Schultz.
Yeah, we chased that guy down in Maine. It was that type of vibe with like all prison pictures of the guys in Prohibition era and there was like a guy in there that was really he was dressed like Peaky Blinders, like straight up but he was like a patron. Like he came there straight up ready for this thing. It was kind of, and I was like, does that guy work here? And the guy's like, oh no, he's here all the time. And he's just peakied up with a hat and a 3-piece suit, and he was like all into it. I mean, it was a cool vibe, man.
Yeah.
I think the shtick would wear off after it's
Your
cool
third day?
Yeah, but like the third time I went there, I'd be like, okay, bud, let me in there, Bill, because his name. It was like, let me in. But it was a cool experience to go through that. So,
it's an experience.
Yeah,
like,
that's what it was.
Just go into the bar.
That's what it was. It was an experience, and it was a lot of fun. And of course, you go in there, and they got craft mixologists, not bartenders. Yeah. So you got to start trying stuff because they're like, and there was I thought of both of you guys. Lang got a smoke show, which was a Buffalo Trace bourbon smoked, and they made it at tableside. So they came and did all the stuff right there, and it had some spices in it, whatever. They smoked it, and then they lifted the glass off, and that whole, again, experience. They could have just made it behind the counter.
Yeah.
Awesome. And even I was like, okay, I could these were something. I mean, I don't know what was in it. It wasn't like a true old fashioned. It had some sort of I don't want to say allspice, but
probably there's an old fashioned mix, just a little syrup.
It had just a little something in it where I was like, oh, not even the bitters. It was something else.
Yeah.
But man, but that's the problem is I went from martini, like a espresso martini, to an old fashioned, to a tequila drink, and you start mixing all that stuff up, and I'm like, uh-oh. This is going to end bad. Then I finished it with 4 Busch Lights at a Schlippery's down the road we went to, and just crushed 4 bushy bottles of hydrate before the end of the night. But it was an interesting little bar.
Yeah.
Cool speakeasy.
Speakeasies are cool.
Yeah.
That Snoop one was cool. Yeah. Of course, it's not really a it has the feel of a speakeasy.
It's got the feel of it, yeah.
But we were meeting with Cabela's years ago, maybe 7, 8 years ago. And they're in Lincoln, Nebraska. They have this cool ass speakeasy, and it's this back alley, and there's a red and a green light.
That's had a red and a green light. It's the same thing.
I think if it's a green light, they're open. If it's a red, they're closed. And you don't even really see the light unless you're looking at it. So you walk down this back alley. I'm not kidding you. And we're with Adam Bender. He's like, yeah, walk back here. So you walk back there, and it's the same thing. You knock on the door, and the thing slides across. And he said, you got to tell him this name and whatever. So let us in. Closed it, and you look around, and it's like, where'd we come in? There's bookshelf, bookcases everywhere. You don't know where you walked in. Yeah. And it's really small, super dark, great drinks. But it was cool, man. Yeah. And those speakeasies are awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's all about the experience.
Well, it reminded me of the Prohibition, and I was trying to remember the guy's name
Dutch Schultz.
Dutch Schultz?
Dutch Schultz.
So when we did Code of the Wild, we went out.
So talk about this story.
Yeah, we went out there and did that.
Do you remember it, Case?
Yeah. He's going to remember the history of it.
Yeah, set it up.
I have a weapon that I received from it, but other than that, which is a hysterical story.
Man pass a gun in a restaurant.
Yes.
Here, I got you this.
Yeah. We got to end on that story.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
No, the Dutch Schultz story is pretty cool. So it's kind of like upstate New York up into kind of that New England area. And he was a notorious gangster. He was a bootlegger. He actually had a place where they were making booze underground.
Yeah, which we did visit. It was awesome.
Yeah, we went there.
We went there.
Went
tunnels.
to where they were making booze underground. And they had these escape tunnels that were frickin' like in the floor that you could drop down, and then the tunnel ran all the way underground for a ways.
Yeah.
Probably a quarter mile underground and popped out at the railroad. And so if they ever got raided during Prohibition, all these dudes could just jump down the tunnels and basically run away, and they had no idea where they went. So, it was a really cool story. And then he was on the lam for a long time. They were trying to find him. He was part of Murder Inc. with like Lucky Luciano and a bunch of those guys in the mob.
Bugsy.
And then
Is it Bugsy something?
Siegel.
Bugsy, I think was he a part of it?
Meyer Lansky.
I remember Lucky Luciano. My memory doesn't go in history as far as yours does.
Lucky
I just
and,
remember where we were. I don't remember what we did.
No, it was Lucky and Meyer Lansky, and it might have been Bugsy. But yeah, they
Someone
were all
got murdered in a restaurant.
in the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
Yeah.
That I remember
In the
because we
bathroom.
went and did that whole thing.
That was the whole like becoming Murder Inc. thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact details of that, but yeah, somebody was in the bathroom and somebody walked in, and just back then it was like, ha, I don't like you. And you had to talk
I've got a
that way.
hunch.
I feel like you're stealing from me.
Mop it up.
Come over here, boy.
I might start talking like that again all the time.
John
Look at the size of that whitetail.
John Mulaney has a great bit on that where he's like, back then there's like the guy would like get shot and he go, mop it up. Like in a crime scene. Like that's all there was. I'm going to go back to my hunch. That's all he had.
That's what we should do as voiceover for Drop from now. Can you imagine that? And the brothers are flying in.
We'll just do subtext and titles. And,
exactly.
Yeah. So he did. He busted in and he shot him.
Busted in, he blanked him, and then Murder Inc. was born and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So
For some of us, the hunt never stops. Grizzly understands that more than most. Rugged, reliable, and built to never back down. Whether you're on the trail, by the water, or deep in the dark timber, Grizzly is by your side. Tough enough to take on the wild and ready for whatever you can throw. Grizzly is committed to products that never let you down. Always on the hunt with Grizzly.
Out here in the wild, precision isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. Leupold Optics is built on the foundation of American craftsmanship, where every features function first. For over a century now, they've combined dedication and technology with a relentless put-it-to-the-test attitude, creating optics that stand up when everything else stands down. When it matters most, you need the best. That's what you get with Leupold Optics. While other companies out there warranty failure, Leupold guarantees performance for life.
Some call it out on the trail. I like to call it the road less traveled. The kind of place where the going gets tough. That's where Tracker Off-Road comes in. Made for those who won't back down. Tracker Off-Road delivers the hardest working machines with the greatest capability at the strongest value in the industry. Built by those who know what it takes and designed for those who don't turn back. Tracker is dedicated to delivering machines that let you get the most out of your day and your dollar. Ready to take on your next adventure? Go with Tracker Off-Road.
Every shot counts. And when it's time to make it count, you want the best. Winchester Ammunition has built its legacy on a commitment to innovation by continuously pushing what's possible. In the heartland of America, the American legend crafts ammunition that's purpose-built, reliable, accurate, and ready to perform no matter how harsh the conditions. Whether you're hunting or shooting for sport, Winchester will be there.
yeah, it was a wild and crazy story, but I got some Dutch Schultz souvenirs in the basement.
Well,
Dutchy.
so
Got a
we
few things that
stayed-
were in there that
We stayed at this awesome little joint. I, again, couldn't get there if you asked me to. It was in Maine. It was kind of on the border somewhere. And I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a B&B kind of place. There was like a lodge, and when you walked in, it was like 1920s music was playing. Like I remember that as like, and the fire was burning, and it was just the setting was like, I loved it. I was like, fire 20s.
Is that where you got your own cabins or something?
Yeah, we had rooms. We had rooms. But then what
Cabins
they
were a
had,
different one.
they had this like bar that was not connected, and it was like down. Just you like walked across the parking lot, and there was a bar. And we had, during that show, we had a crew of about 12, and so that was a big crew, obviously, for what we were doing. So on rap day, we'd always go and celebrate. It's a wrap. Like the show's done, episode's done. It was a wrap. That night, we all went down to the bar, and it was a pretty cool little bar. It was like wooden, a lot of like outdoor artifacts, stuff like that in it. And we started dancing.
The deer mounts that are literally from 1920.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know the ones you look at. And
That's never left
Been
this
in
bar.
a smoky bar.
So
for
much
like,
cigarette smoke in them.
Yeah.
That's
They're blonde,
it was
basically.
That was that kind of shit.
And there's an old man, an old trapper man sitting at the bar, and one of our EPs on the show was talking to him, and somehow this man pulls out like this blunderbuss of a gun, like this. It's like this. It's like a muzzleloader, black powder pistol, right?
Yeah. Gaston carried one in La Beauty and the Beast.
Yes. This is a
Gaston
pirate gun,
carried one.
right? So why this man has this gun on him in this bar is beyond me, because it doesn't work. It doesn't fire.
Well, at that point in time, we didn't realize.
We didn't know this at this time, right? So anyway, he has it. So as a wrap, this is the last episode that we did of the series too, right?
Season
So
wrap.
the whole season. So it was a season wrap. So that night we proceed, the whole crew, we're having a blast, right? And we have a good time. Well, unbeknownst to us, we go to dinner the next day before we travel out. We're in New York now. We've traveled from Maine in the morning down to the state of New York. And we go to this restaurant, and we're having a wrap dinner before we all have to catch plane, all that kind of stuff. So we're having a good time. And this EP, love him to death, RPG. He stands up and he does a speech. And he says, this has been the best series I've been on. And you got all this stuff. He's going on about the crew and all this. And he said, so I wanted to give you guys this gift. No, we're in a restaurant in New York City.
Like packed.
Restaurant. And he pulls out the gun, and he's holding the gun in his hand, and he goes, so I got you this gun. And he's got it like that, and he's just holding this gun, and the whole table's like, whoa, like, what are you doing? And he's like, what? And he's going like this with this gun. He's like, it's a
RPG's not a gun guy.
Not a gun guy, right?
Not a
So
gun
he's
guy.
got this gun. So Casey and I like duck behind the table because we're not sure if this thing's loaded.
He literally pointed it at
He
us.
did. He was like, so
I brought this for you.
He goes, here you go. And he gets this gun, and we're like, Jesus, man, like, put the gun away. So right in the middle of this restaurant. So anyway, he hands the gun to us, and I break the breech on it, and it's clearly it's not going to fire. There's no firing pin, whatever. Well, I'm like, well, how the hell are we going to get this home? Like, we're flying. I don't have a case, whatever. So
carry on.
Yeah. So we go to the next day. We go to the airport, and we told him that we were filming this series, looking for this Prohibition, and this is just a prop. This is just a prop. It doesn't fire. There's no firing pin in it. It doesn't fire. It's just a prop. And we just put it in the bag.
Yeah.
And literally the lady was like, oh, okay, we'll just sign on this thing here. And the gun just went in the case with like the camera. It was like, there you go. And we just told her it was a prop. And she was like,
TSA
okay.
locks and everything.
And it's an old, I mean, you
haven't fired it.
No, I've never fired it, but
can't
it's a patch and ball. Like there's no bullet for it. It's not a caliber. It's like a ball
pirate
and
gun.
like it is a straight up black powder ball and patch with a back, kind of handle on it. It's a cool little gun. So I got it in the safe in the barn, and it's just, but yeah, he just pulled it out. He's like, I got you guys this gun from that guy last night because we were admiring
the sentence at the time.
Barely.
Barely. It turns out that when Casey and I went over and talked to the guy, we were admiring his gun. We're like, what, we were asking him about it, and RPG was like, I got it. Yeah. So he bought the guy's bar tab in exchange for the gun and got the gun, and was like, and he's like, I'm going to give you this gift. Thoughtful as hell, amazing gift. To this day, it's one of the best gifts I've ever received, but RPG was he's something.
So did he buy it in New York in that restaurant?
Right at the bar.
Right then.
He exchanged.
So 5 minutes later, he came in and gave it to you.
Yeah. Here's
no, the next day.
The next day.
Gotcha.
The next day.
He brought it.
But he didn't. There's no paperwork on this gun. It's just here's a gun.
Yeah, I wonder why the guy had it in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Never
what's he doing carrying that around?
Yeah.
That is weird.
So
It's not like he was going to shoot somebody and then put his black powder in his ball and patch in there and get out of
back over here. I'm not done yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's wounded.
Exactly. I winged him. That's another
That's
thing
another
you
one.
gotta add
You
in.
gotta add it.
That's like frustration.
Yeah.
Like Basalia.
I'm frustrated.
Always does that.
Oh, yeah. Mike. Yeah.
Oh, that was a fun episode.
Yeah. That was a crazy episode, but it was a lot of fun. We ended up with that. So
Even the people that weren't gun people were ducking. I mean, I wish I could stand up and demonstrate because he
Yeah.
literally was like, so I'll tell you guys the story of this
Yeah.
gun.
Everyone's, "Whoop."
Yesterday we were at the bar, and it's like one of those in a movie you would see.
Yeah.
People were like, holy shit. And, you know, Chad was just, I think he was 3 bottles of wine in at that
yeah.
point, and he's like, RPG, put the gun away.
Yeah.
We're just arguing back
the
and
restaurant,
forth.
there's waiters, servers coming over. He's got the gun. We're like, you don't want someone to yell gun in this restaurant in New York City. Like, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Like,
such a
especially
good
for that gun, because it's not even a gun.
Yeah.
That's a blunderbuss of some sort. Like, let's go.
He's such a good dude, though. He's Bigfoot hunter. He's still chasing him.
Did you find?
I hadn't found him yet.
Haven't
But he's,
located?
no, he's still chasing.
But-
Tree knocking all over the place.
But there's a fantastic story of him with his Jack Sparrow wig on during Finding Bigfoot. So our crew was the same crew that filmed Finding Bigfoot for what, 6 years or something. Like they were on it for a long time. So we had the same crew that did Finding Bigfoot. Back then, Finding Bigfoot was huge.
Oh, it's huge.
Huge, right? Like that was one of the best shows as far as like entertainment for reality TV. It was one of the highest rated shows. But they never found Bigfoot. So eventually it had to end. And so that crew moved from Finding Bigfoot, and that was the crew that Casey and I ended up with on the road. And to this day, I still talk to most of them. They're great crew. We had a phenomenal crew. RPG, phenomenal guy, big fan of Bigfoot, but also he's a little eccentric, old RPG, right? So they get done, and they were thermal imaging after, like during the show for Bigfoot. You know, they had those thermal images.
Oh, yeah.
So they're doing it. Well, there's a PA. So they get this production assistant that they hire. And this kid is brand new. He's just a young kid. This is a kid that moves the cases around, right? They like, you know, brings the sandbags, runs all the stuff around. Anyway, they get back to the production truck. They wrap for the night. And the kid picks up the thermal thing. He's like, this thing is so cool. And he's doing this with it, right? And everybody's got radios because it's dark. They used to film. They would sleep until X time. They'd be all night, right? So it's like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, after they were done, RPG had a wig that he would put on. It's a Jack Sparrow wig, so it was like dreadlocks and stuff. So he has this wig, and he put it on, and he would walk off and partake in a little devil's lettuce all the time, right? So he'd get over there and have a little devil's lettuce. So he's over there enjoying his wrap out, right? Well, this kid is like, hey, he's like, there's something on the thermal. He's like, hey, guys. So he gets in the radio. He goes, there's something on thermal. Well, inside there, you see RPG. He starts moving. He's like, he's moving left. So RPG starts moving.
RPG he can hear.
He can hear him in the
radio
thing. So he's
at
like,
times,
what do you mean? He's like, guys, there's a, and he's got this wig on. So he has no idea that it's him, right? Yeah. So he's filming, and they're like, hit record, like try get this. And anyway, as it's going, as the more he keeps saying he's going left, he starts going, and he goes, he's starting to pick it up. So he starts running because he's like, he's running, and RPG's running as fast as he can. This kid's filming him, and he's like, I got him. He's like, he's coming. And he's like, he's coming back to the truck. RPG's running. He's like, he's coming at me. And then all of a sudden, RPG's like, where is he? And he's like, oh, and this kid was just shook, and it was not even anywhere close to Bigfoot. It was him in a Jack Sparrow wig, and the guy was reading it out the whole time as if it was somebody else. So
there's so many things those guys did in the dark that like those stories like that we just lose it.
Yeah, good times out there. But that was a funny story from that scenario.
That was 2018,
2017 into 18.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
Yep.
One season
in Code of the Wild.
Fun, though.
And then they wanted us to chase ghosts. Yeah. We said, that's it. I'll never forget that. They were like, season 2, this is where you're going. And we're like, nope. They're like, what do you mean we're renewing it? We're like, nope, not chasing ghosts. There's
not
big in ghosts they are.
No, not doing that.
Isn't that funny when you look at TV channels now, how they've changed?
Look at travel,
but look at like TLC, the Learning Channel.
Yeah, the 5,000-pound woman.
The last fucking thing you're doing right now is learning anything from TLC. It's just I mean, I don't know. Like,
it's shock TV. Is
it
basically
is,
what it
and
is.
It's kind of fucking brutal, if you ask me.
Well, it's reality. It's all like when Bravo hit, then they all said, "Well, no, you got to do that." But then the Travel Channel, like I remember, like Andrew Zimmerman and the guy that passed away that was awesome, the chef.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He was awesome. His show.
0.0 did their show.
Bourdain.
Yeah, Anthony Bourdain. I love that guy. And those shows that were on Travel was going for food and and then it was in the transition year of Code of the Wild. That year they had 2 ghost shows that hit, and they're like, we need more paranormal. Now the Travel Channel is not. It's the paranormal. It's the paranormal channel. I mean, there's 90% of what they do is all paranormal stuff. I mean, it's
I just
crazy.
look back, like as a kid, I watched Discovery and the Learning Channel literally to learn shit, like about nature and wildlife and all the stuff that I love. And now I look and I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
You got my 1,000-pound or whatever the fucking
sisters.
Funny,
I just saw a picture of one of them.
Tammy Slayton.
I just saw a picture of one of them. I've never watched a show in my life. She had so much skin. They got all the skin cut off.
Yeah.
She basically looks like a mole now. Like it was like all the skin is like doesn't even look like a human.
Don't say mole. Moly.
We're not laughing at you, Tammy. We're laughing with you. We're exploiting
goodness.
it. No, but she was obviously 1,000 pounds. So I mean, the forehead was amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I watched that show. Like I would get into it. The two.
You watch it?
I'd watch the shit out of those two. I think it's so funny.
I didn't watch any of them.
I'd sit and eat a salad while I was doing it. Katie'd be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "This is. Will you see this?"
You get it from Chuck. One of the boys one day, I saw like an ad for it, and I'm like, my Lord, that's where we're at. This is what we're watching on TV. And literally, he's like, Pap watches that all the time. I'm like, oh my God.
It's a train wreck.
I'm like, he watches it? Oh, yeah, he has it on all the time.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, holy shit.
Well, they just keep up in the game. It's like the 1,000-pound sisters, then it's like, you know, the 500-pound twins, the 1,000-pound man. It's all just like the same. Yeah. But the one I love the most is the one where they all get gastric bypass. Like they go to the Dr. Nazawan. Have you ever seen this guy?
I don't watch any
the
of that
the little guy that's like, you have not lost enough weight yet. Like that little robot guy.
Now I want to see him.
Oh, what's the name of that show? Guys, can you look that up?
Fat.
The name of the show on TLC. It's where they're doing they do the bariatric surgery on TLC.
You asking the audience here?
Yeah, I asked these guys to look it up. It's so great because they follow like one person, and then basically they have to move down to Texas. They get the surgery, and it's like after the surgery, and then there's always something. There's always an excuse of some sort. But this little guy, Dr. Nazawan, he comes in. He's like this big. He's like from Germany or something, and he's always like, "You're not following the plan." You're not skinny enough yet. Like just the way he talks, he's like a little robot. You're not following.
Was that like a Johnny Quest character?
Yeah, he sounds like it. It's crazy. And he's always like, yeah, you must follow the plan for 6 more months, lose 100 pounds. And then he just walks out. And the guys are like, oh, they're all defeated. Like, I didn't lose 100 pounds. You know, it's wild. What is the name of that show? Yes, My 600-Pound Life. That's it. That's it. My 600-Pound Life.
I live in a box. This is all new to me.
Oh, yeah.
It's all new.
Yeah. Dr. Nazawan, I think is his name, or something like that. He's in Texas. Funnier than hell. Great show.
That's good. Hey, whatever entertains you.
It entertains, man. You know, when you go through every app and streaming service, I throw on YouTube TV and like it knows me, so it like serves it.
Yeah.
Like here's another 100-pounder.
Oh,
here's another thick show, and I'm
Do you
like,
watch that Pimple Popper?
oh yeah, Dr. Pimple Popper.
I've never.
Oh yeah.
I can't.
That I will watch.
Yes,
Oh,
all
my
day
God, you
long.
watch
I
that?
watch that.
I had a college roommate that used to get in there and do that.
Oh,
stuff.
that's sickening.
Yeah.
It's
Can't
rough.
see it.
Yeah.
It's rough.
No, I think they did like for like that TLC. There's like 20 shows of just thick people. Like they just made different series of all of it. Like it's crazy. Dr. Pimple Popper is a good one.
Man.
I follow her on Instagram. Like I'll literally.
It's a girl?
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, I'll stop and be like, I gotta see this.
Doesn't Katie like that?
Oh,
stuff
she
too?
loves that shit too. Yeah.
Insanity.
Yeah.
Well, Weston's really into movies and stuff, and I said, have you watched Blair Witch before? He's like, no. I said, we gotta watch Blair Witch.
Yeah.
So we watched it, and it is very scary.
I was scared shitless for like a year.
Scary.
I remember because you and I at that time were kind of going in the woods a lot. We were going and visiting like down in the camping stuff, and we would Blair Witch each other like
They do
pranks.
such a good job. You never see anything.
Yep.
But when they shake the tent,
And they build it all up.
yeah, but you never see anything.
Yeah.
You don't even see anyone really die.
Nope.
I mean, it's the suspense, the way they did it with silence and with, I mean, there's hardly any music in it.
It's tension.
It's all through the eyes of these people who died.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I watched it back in the day. It's always been an inspiration now for, there's a whole genre of movies that have been created from the people who died. Basically, it's these 3 college students making a film, and they find their camera.
Yeah.
And that's what they're watching. They're reliving the tapes after the fact.
Yeah.
So the whole genre of horror has been created from that. But it cost them $50,000 to make it.
Yeah.
They grossed almost $200 million.
Yeah.
$200 million.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an
It's one
incredible
of the most
success
successful
story.
of all time.
Yeah.
I
I just read an article about a company that is starting to. It's out in L.A. Studio Comp, I think, where they're doing that. They're trying to find that sweet spot of people that can make those types of movies under 100,000 that can be a gross
And
$100
horror's
million.
cheap to make.
Yeah,
I mean,
and they're funding them right now, and it's. I just read an article about that,
That's
and they use Blair Witch as the example in the article of like we're looking for that basically. Like, how do you shoot this? Because horror's easier to do, but they put it together.
It's all that's coming back. I know, Case, you've talked about shooting on film, photography. I've talked about using a VHS high 8 camera or this year to document some stories, just because it is throwing it back.
It throws it back, and I think it changes the way you tell stories, too.
It does,
I think
100%.
it changes big. It makes you, at least, I don't know, I feel like with digital, we've gotten a little sloppy.
For sure.
It's like you grab what you grab, and you know you got it in there somewhere.
You're not as purposeful.
That's right. When you throw it back to film and you got very limited opportunity, it's like you think through everything 2, 3, 4
intentional,
times.
very intentional.
Yeah.
It's cool though, man. Those stories and those movies are badass.
Yeah, it's timeless for sure.
Yep. Well, it's timeless in that regard, but it's time for this one to end.
Yeah, it's this one. This one's going to be a shorter one, but I've got a meeting, and
it's 2 o'clock.
I'm a minute late, but we got
literally
to.
just got
Yeah, that's what he just showed me on his phone. I was like, oh my god, I got to go. But yeah, fun one here today, boys. We're getting closer to season. Lots more to come.
A lot of hunting.
A lot of hunting stuff coming down the pike.
Alaska, a lot of things to talk about here in the coming weeks.
Yep. Stick with us.
Make sure you stay tuned, right?
Shiv him in the liver, would you, boy?
Boy, that's a good one. Yeah, stay tuned, boy.
Mama say it's a new day song.